Before we begin, let us take a moment to ground ourselves. Grant me the clarity to see the path before me, the courage to face the challenges that come my way, and the wisdom to discern what is within my power to change. Guide me to live with humility and gratitude, to find peace in the present moment, and to walk this journey with purpose and an open heart. May this space be one of reflection, connection, and hope as we seek to grow together one step at a time.
Welcome, my day walkers, my creatures of the night, my warriors and my wanderers and everybody else in between. Welcome to the road to runes. Your host, L.E.O. Lothbrock. It is 11:30 at night, and I just want to say welcome. Thank you for finding us, and if you just tuned in for the first time on the Infinite Frequency, welcome to the Road to Runes. You did not find this channel by accident. If you're here for a reason to hear something. And so I welcome you. We will love you till you love yourself. We're super glad you're part of the tribe. And sit back, kick back, relax, listen, and keep coming back. So, before I begin, I just want to say I'm not a professional, not qualified in anything. I'm just sharing my experience, strength and hope, in the hope that it helps somebody else. Well, today, as some of you know, it was my 3-year birthday for my sobriety, and that has filled my heart with gratitude. Now, before I get into it, I will say that today has not been an easy day. Not in the way of any of my afflictions, just it's been a difficult day, and it shouldn't have been. But there was a lot going on, so I've got myself a new place, which is awesome. I actually I've got the keys already, so that's wicked. My mind is just a little bit, it's firing all over the show at the moment, which is part of the reason I wanted to sit down and just breathe for a bit. And I thought I always do my inventory, and I thought I'd share my gratitude list with you today. And so let's talk about it. So gratitude isn't some fluffy feel-good buzzword. For me, it's survival, it's fuel, it's become part of my frequency. Being able to sit here in the end of the day and reflect upon what I can be grateful for through the day, the first thing it starts to do, even whilst I'm sitting here thinking all of the good things, is it starts to remove some of my negative feelings that I'm holding on to. I had a couple of, I'll say mini episodes with a couple of security guards today. It was entirely my fault, if I'm honest. And it didn't get physical or nothing, but I can be quite obtuse when I get into my modes. And I'm grateful that we ended up laughing and joking at the end of it. And I'm grateful that I'm able to turn it around as quickly as I do. But it's not easy. Like today should have been a wonderful day for me, theoretically. But here's the truth of the world. The world doesn't give a shit that it's my 3 years sobriety. The universe will carry on. It's not going to stop its grand plan just so I can relax for one day because I think I deserve a pat on the back. And let's be honest, yes, I've done well. It's absolutely amazing. But that's it, it's done. Now I have to carry on. And today was a prime example of that. It was times it was very, very difficult. And some days it can be hard to find the gratitude because gratitude can feel like it's miles and miles away. especially when everything is piling up and it feels like the world's against you. You're broken, even betrayed. But what I found is gratitude is my strongest weapon in those moments. It's when I'm broken, when I was, I'll give you an example. When I was homeless and crying my eyes out and going to AA meetings, sometimes from train station, park benches, wherever I could, I was just grateful to be able to get to the meeting. And that kept me going, But if I hadn't have been grateful, if I'd have taken it for granted, then I would have lingered in that horrible darkness. I see gratitude as rebellion. It's because in a world that teaches us to want more, to acquire, to just keep gaining more, to chase more, to compare more, I see being grateful is a fucking act of rebellion, because I'm going against what the system wants. The system wants me to acquire more. It wants me to want pointless, needless things. And the one thing that gratitude has shown me is that this world is a beautiful place, and I don't need any of the distractions. I would much rather immerse myself fully into nature. I would go and live in the forest, to be honest, and maybe that's what I'll do one day, but let's bring the boat on first. But that's, I see it like that, because the world wants you, and the system wants you to just, go and grab more, all me. And when I'm grateful for what I have, and I don't have a lot, but I'm so grateful for it, then my life is peaceful or happy, or I don't know. It's content. Gratitude is a real weapon. So like at the moment, I've been so grateful to be at this campsite for this month. I've been grateful for the views, for the peace that me and Marnie have had for a whole month. I'm really grateful that I'm not the man I used to be. And I'm grateful that every single day I get the chance to try again and try to improve and do better. I'm grateful that I fail, because in my failures I'm learning. And I'm truly grateful when someone believed in me when I didn't. So what you've got to do is ask yourself, what have you got? What can you be grateful for? Because if you've got one thing to be grateful for, just one, that's like a foundation. That's something you can build on, whether it's just for breathing, whether it's just for being alive, whether it's just for getting through the day. Whatever it is, you can build on that. That's your first bit. That's your foundation. And like I said earlier, being grateful. Like now, I can feel myself. My shoulders are relaxed. My belly's calmed down. I didn't even know it was all over showing. Clearly it was in knots. And I've done that just by sharing my gratitude list. I'm grateful that Marnie's fast asleep next to me. Oh my God, I love that dog so much. I'm grateful that I'm sat here in my tent laying down and I can see the night sky outside of my tent. And by being grateful for those things, it's dissipating and changing my frequency from negative to positive. And I am super grateful to be able to do a podcast and continue to share the message of experience, strength and hope. And I'm really flattered and blown away and humbled by the amount of just the amount it's growing, it has started to really boom, and the amount of people that need the message and that are tuning into this frequency is incredible. And I'm into, I'm grateful that I get to share my recovery with you guys and get to try and put some suggestions and helpful things up for you guys. But I'm also grateful that I get to go on the discovery journey with you as well, and we get to look at the spirituality, the faith, the higher powers, and I get to look at spiritual leaders, gods, all sorts. And if there's anything you want to learn about, then feel free to drop me a message. I do not mind doing the research. I do not mind doing the shows. I love it. And I'm so grateful that I get to do this. So anything that you guys want to listen to or want more written on, just let me know. And I'm grateful to be able to do that. When I shift into gratitude, my whole energy changes. It pulls me out of that shitty pit. I'm smiling now. Every single time, and it really does. So I try to do a gratitude list when I wake up. My morning routine's quite a busy one. The evening one's nice and straightforward, unless I'm doing a ritual. But it absolutely changed my whole energy, and it has this evening, and I hope you felt that as well. And gratitude doesn't mean settling. It doesn't mean just accepting. It means seeing the miracle in the moment, even when everything's on fire. You see, this is the warrior's way. This is what we do. This is how we do it. We are grateful. We are grateful for everything that we have. And even if we don't have a lot, I've got my dog, my tent, a few belongings, more than some people, less than a lot of others. But that's okay. I'm so truly happy and grateful. And I'm so glad I did this show. I'm so glad that it's gratitude, and I hope you've actually felt my transformation throughout this show, and this is why I love doing this show. I get to share my raw, honest feelings, what I'm going through, and it's helping me process my thoughts as well. And being able to do this with you guys is awesome. So, just remember, this gratitude list can be anything. And what I'll go on to do is my nightly inventory. So now I'll go through, the things I got wrong today. So there's the silliness with the security guards. I had anxiety going in. I just wanted to use the toilets. They asked me if my dog was a service dog. I said yes, tried to walk off. They wanted the card. I've got a card. I don't know why I didn't just show them. And then it just ensued I got into a loop, as I do. So I could have dealt with that better. Do I owe them amends? My amends to those gentlemen will be, because it was okay at the end of it. So I won't go back and apologise. Only because it would be making an extra trip back to somewhere else, and I don't think that's the way. I think the way to do is learn from this, pray on it, and make sure that I try my hardest not to do it again. Is there anything else? Yes, yeah. There's a couple of teenagers in just under 20s. They was making noises to Marnie, barking. So I genuinely asked them not to at first, and then they did it again. So I pretended to let Marnie go, which is really naughty. But she wouldn't have done anything. She'd have licked them to death. So there you go. You see, I'm not perfect. I make mistakes, and this is what we do. We sit down at the end of the night. We go through it. I like to do the gratitude list first because it's put me in a good mood, and so when I've just gone through the day and then picked those two things out, it hasn't dug me, pulled me backwards. In fact, I'm really grateful that I've done that, and I've cleared my conscience and my side of the street. So I hope each and every single one of you are doing well. I can't thank you enough again for tuning in and finding the infinite frequency. Just remember, you are loved. I love you. We will love you till you love yourself. Please, please, please keep liking and sharing. And as I said, if there's anything you want me to do a show on, let me know. I am L.E.O. Lothbrock. This was The Road to Runes on the Infinite Frequency. Skull.